Hello, always gaming, nuggets of wisdom, another teachable moment. Let's get it. Welcome back. Why are it? Please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. I just want to share some things, teachable moment with you. So let's get into it. First of all, so we're going to go in the first video first, show you about a man, Deontay Wilder, knocked somebody out over the weekend. But I wanted to show something that's very, very thing here. I haven't seen this video, so let's share it together. One second, guys.
Question what you want to ask. As we take a look at our tail of the tape, 38 years of age for Hellenius, 36 for Wilder. He will be 37 next week. He's got the height, slightly taller, but the weight advantage goes to Hellenius. Wilder weighing the lightest he's weighed in a long time. He weighed 238 in his last Fury fight. And he comes in at 214 and he said it's his heavyweight. But first, the Nordic Nightmare making his ring walk. Another run to be atop of the heavyweight mountaintop.
You'll then receive my instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. We're boxing at the bell. God bless you both.
There's one punch. Can negate that all. Negate that power a bit when he put Wilder on his back foot. And there's a huge down.
Yeah, that's Deontay Wilder with his name, Mr. Hellenius, just got knocked out. And you're gonna say, although what does that have to do with something? Let's check the other video so we can make sense of what I'm trying to say here. Next video is the conference, the after fight press conference with the press. Let's move that here.
See on the outside, and my body just reacted. We wanted Robert to reach, and once he reached, I teached, and man, my only concern is well, I always have concern for all fighters. I'm a big advocate for fighters because, like I always say, we get done wrong. This is not a sport. A sport is something you play. You don't play this. And we risk our lives for you guys' entertainment. And I speak that forever, but when you have a relationship with a man, when you love a man, when you build a friendship with another man, although he's thousands of miles away from where I am, when you see things like that, man, you want to come to the aid. I wanted to come to the aid, but they wouldn't let me, and I understood because he needed space. But my heart goes out to him, and I hope he's doing okay. He can be able to go back to his family because this is a tough business that we're in. That's why I tell people you gotta respect all fighters. People always go about worrying about records and all this, he lost or he's a bum and all that. Well, you get your bum ass in there then. And let's see who's the bum, really. Because you don't play this. You can't play this. So we demand respect at all times. Every fighter that step in the ring, I don't care what the record is. I don't care who they are or where they come from. It demands respect because if not, then you see things like that happen. And then that's a good knockout. Yeah, it's a great knockout. It's devastating, making history and stuff like that. But how much that man gonna suffer. He may be all right now, a little bit, but what about the next day? What about 2 weeks from now? What about a month from now? Maybe years from now? And we seeing what happened. Look at Cologne.
Talking
Look how
about
he got
Pritchard Cologne.
hit. Richard Cologne. That's Pritchard Cologne.
Yep.
Correct. This man ain't have no kids. They don't understand, man. Y'all don't fucking understand what we go through, man. And I don't even know him like that. But I always be an advocate for us because this man would never know what it feel like to be somebody's father. And that's some of the precious thing in the world, to be somebody's father. But he'll never be nobody's father, man. This man will never have a natural childhood ability of living again because he got in the ring to support his family. But now, his family got to take care of him for the rest of his life. He probably would have the breadwinner of his family. And now they seeking for help and shit like that. I can say so much about it. That's why you can't play this. This is serious. We don't know, is Robert gonna be the same after this? I just did a job. I'm great at what I do. I don't mean to take people away from their lifestyle of living. I'm just trying to support my family as well. This is what we signed up to do. And unfortunately, there's a winner and there's a loser, and sometimes it's a draw. But who take up on that responsibility when they can't work no more? Robert could be the breadwinner of his family. But what if he can't do it no more? Then what? Who pays the bill? Who pays the mortgage? He got kids. Who look out for his kids? Because we all know when you lose and when it ain't going right, those same people that when you win, they kiss you and say they love you. They ain't there for you no more. Where they at? You understand me?
Hey, man. Man, I used to have to watch that. I'm speechless, which I'm seldom doing. But I'm getting to an understanding that this is masculinity at its finest. You know, I've been saying the word humanity a lot recently because a lot of us, men have been feminized, and when we break down and we have a moment, we're supposed to be strong all the time. We're supposed to keep on moving when nobody's checking for us. I'm not saying this is not to do any gender bashing, but I'm talking for the men who are taking care of their families, man. I'm talking about the men who are pushing, and they will work to their last drop to support their families. But at the same time, we have a duality within us. The duality is very simple. Look at this guy. Just knocked somebody out not too long ago, probably like 40 minutes before this press conference. But he could still feel like a human. He could still understand like a human. And as he was talking, bro, I felt that. I felt it. But how many times has brothers broken down and they cannot just let it loose? That's why we have all our men in prison or doing some crazy stuff, because the hurt is so much. And most places there's no safe space to share that notion, that feeling. There's no safe place to release the anger. All of a sudden, because we are only as good as what we produce. As much as you can say whatever, I'm not saying sisters don't go through the same, but it's sure devastating if you're a man of means and you don't have those means anymore. It's so devastating when you feel something and you look at your kids and you see that, and you look at them and it breaks your heart. And what can you do? I've been in that situation before, man. Go visit my kids and see them walk away. And I know I can't spend time with them because of the situation. Man, it's the hardest thing to do. Then how much more just a man feeling another man? Looking at the humanity. See about the things he said. Who cares about them? This is a man crying out. It's hard. That's something, that was just not that fight. That was something bigger. That was something more powerful than what you realize. My brothers, this is humanity at its finest. The feminization of men. Okay, what makes us men is that competing spirit. What makes us men is that brute spirit. Even if it's not always going to be probably in the boxing ring. Maybe it's the way we approach our work. Maybe the way we approach our business. So when you say somebody is too aggressive, you're telling that the man should not be a man. You're telling the man, when I mean aggressive, as long as he's not hitting you, he's not being disrespectful, but he's aggressive in his approach. Because it takes that sometimes and more to actually move forward. Because I'm masculine don't mean I can't break down sometimes. Because I'm masculine does not mean I don't feel things sometimes. But you want me to, you see somebody just knock somebody out in the first round, and the same man in the same breath was breaking down for the man he just hit. Teachable moment. Masculinity at its finest. Big kudos to Deontay Wilder. Don't know your brother, but we need a lot of us like this. Who, yes, we are aggressive. Yes, we're brute. Yes, we can push. And it may not be boxing. It might be just the way you grind out. The books you read, the things you look. It may look as if it's easy. The mental capacity that it takes to push forward. Understanding, planning for legacy, planning for your family. I ain't talking to the pictionary. I'm talking for the real men. The men who are pushing the boundaries. Even if you're living with your children or you're not. But you never give up, even in the eyes of things that are happening to you. Life is happening at the same time, but you keep on pushing. Big kudos to you. I did a video, I think a couple of days ago, called Humanity is a Flex. Because cruelty is the order of the day. The more cruel you are, the better. This is crazy, man. So my teachable moments, the duality of masculinity, the toughness, and the humanity. Never forget that, man. Always again, nuggets of wisdom. I'm out.